Hi, this is Ceta at Arizona Music Pro in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we're going to do a review of the Roland SH-201 synthesizer. And it's a digital machine, but it's an analog modeling synthesizer that gives you lots of hands-on controls. It's probably the most affordable way to get hands-on control of sculpting your own sounds. And if we can bring the camera over, we can do a guided tour, and we'll just read it like a book. We'll start at the top left. And over here we have two different ways to set the tempo. We have up and down buttons, and then also a tap tempo. So I can tap along with the drummer, and it's going to line up with what he's playing. And the arpeggiator is here, and that's kind of something that helps you play. Right now I have it set up polyphonically so I can play chords. And if I turn the arpeggiator on, it's going to play a pattern when I hold down some notes. And right now it's playing a pretty simple pattern. It's even labeled simple over here in the arpeggiator section. And it's only going up. So if I hit the select button over here, and I'm still in the simple category, but I'm going to hit the second button and maybe that'll get me down. And then if I go to the next one, it should be up and down. And if I slow it down, that might be easier to hear. And if I get out of the select setting and I push the hold again, the little diagram shows me that when the light's blinking, it's on and it's holding. So I can hit a chord and I can go off and play another keyboard while this is going on. And I can come over here, change the chord, and go play something else. So that's just a quick run through the arpeggiator. And it's got a simple recorder in that, and that's pretty self-explanatory. You push record, it'll record what you're playing, and then when you push stop and then play, it'll play back what you played. And I think you've got 8 locations where you can record something. And the octave up and down is going to be just the range of the instrument. I can get high pitches, I can get low pitches. And the master volume is here on the left, and my solo is, I'm used to that being mono and poly, so if I can play chords, or if I'm in solo, I can only get one note at a time. It's very useful for doing trills. And then portamento is also known as glide on other manufacturers' keyboards. And if I push the portamento button, it'll take a second to slide to the next note. And if I turn those off again, I can get back to playing some chords. And the external input allows you to manipulate audio, say from a CD player, an iPod, or a drum machine, or some external source of audio. And we can go over that more later. And then the oscillator section has 2 oscillators but 1 set of controls. So when number 1 is lit up, I know I'm dealing with number 1, and when number 2 is lit up, I'm dealing with number 2. I have my mixer set so that we're only hearing number 1 now. And if I change the pitch, that's the coarse tuning. And I can go through some of the sounds here, and the different waveforms have different characteristics. Some of them are mellower than others, some of them are brighter than others. Noise is a useful one for making sound effects like explosions and wind and things of that nature, make it sound like an ocean. And then feedback oscillator and Supersaw are proprietary Roland waveforms, and they're really thick sounding. And then you can also get the external audio in this way and deal with the whole section when manipulating external audio sources. But we'll get it back to a sawtooth, a normal saw, not the super saw, which is a nice sound, pretty bright sound that we can do. And here is the mixer that I can blend these two oscillator sounds with. So if I leave it in the middle, I'll hear both sounds equally. And